Hello everyone, welcome back to another lecture of this course. In this lecture, we will discuss metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor or MOSFET in short. These are the contents of this lecture: metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor or MOSFET, comparison between JFET and MOSFET, depletion MOSFET or DMOSFET, operation of DMOSFET, drain characteristic of DMOSFET, transfer characteristic of DMOSFET, enhancement MOSFET or EMOSFET, operation of EMOSFET, drain characteristic of EMOSFET and transfer characteristic of EMOSFET. So we will discuss all these topics one by one. Metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. It is the improvement over JFET and its name is metal oxide semiconductor because of its physical structure, because it consists one layer of metal, one layer of oxide and semiconductor materials. It has numerous advantages as compared to JFET. That's why it is widely used FET. It has high input impedance and low fabrication area requirement as compared to JFET. And similar to BJT and JFET, MOSFET is also an active device. In active devices, the movement of charge carriers are controlled by using a parameter. In case of BJT, charge control is done using input current, while in case of FET, charge control is completed using voltage. MOSFET is voltage controlled device because it is a FET and all types of FETs are voltage controlled devices. So output current is controlled by the input voltage. And there are two types of MOSFETs in electronics, and these are enhancement type MOSFET and depletion type MOSFET. Comparison between JFET and MOSFET. This table is simply showing the comparison between JFET and MOSFET. JFETs are always operate in depletion mode. It means JFETs are normally on devices, while MOSFETs may be operate in depletion or enhancement modes. It means MOSFET may be normally on devices or normally off devices. It depends on the type of the MOSFET. And the input impedance is high in case of JFET, while input impedance is very high in case of MOSFET. Gate leakage is less in case of JFET, while gate leakage is very less or approximately equal to 0 in case of MOSFET. That causes high input impedance in MOSFET. The gate is not insulated from channel, while gate is insulated from channel through a oxide layer. Generally we use SiO2 layer for the formation of oxide layer. JFETs are normally on devices, while MOSFETs are normally off devices. Here we are talking about the widely used MOSFET, that is the enhancement type MOSFET. So enhancement type MOSFETs are normally off devices. Gate and channel forms PN junction in case of JFET, while gate and channel forms capacitor effect in case of MOSFET. That is the important difference between JFET and MOSFET. So MOSFET behaves like a capacitor by forming metal semiconductor as the two conducting plates, and inside these two conducting plates insulating material, that is SiO2 layer, is present. That's why MOSFET configuration provides the property of capacitor. JFETs are three terminal devices, while MOSFETs may be 3-terminal or 4-terminal. So in case of MOSFET, there is one extra terminal, that is body or substrate terminal. When we are using body biasing, then there are 4 terminals. If we are not using body biasing or zero body bias, then MOSFET can be used as 3-terminal device. Depletion MOSFET. Structure of depletion MOSFETs are given here for N-channel and P-channel MOSFETs. So in case of N-channel D MOSFET, substrate material is P-type, channel is already present, and here channel material is N-type material. That's why it is called N-channel. Source and drain terminals are connected with the N plus regions or highly doped N-type materials. One metal is there where gate is connected, then SiO2 layer. The configuration is metal, oxide, and this one is semiconductor. So that is the physical meaning of MOSFET. So in case of depletion, channel is already implanted by using specific technique. It means N plus region, N region, and N plus region. So when we applied a power supply, then current conduction is there without any input voltage or BGS voltage. So these type of devices are called normally on devices. The logical symbol for N-channel D MOSFET is given here. Drain terminal, gate terminal, and source terminal, and fourth terminal is body terminal or substrate terminal. The arrow is simply showing the direction of conventional current, and direction of conventional current is always from P material to N material. So body is P-type material. So direction of conventional current is P to N. This is thick line and it is simply showing that channel region which is already present. Similarly here P-channel MOSFET is given initially P-type material is implanted here and source and drain terminals are connected with the highly doped P-type materials. Gate is connected with a metal layer, then SiO2 layer or oxide layer, metal oxide semiconductor. And logical symbol for P-channel D MOSFET is given here. Only difference is direction of this arrow. So direction of this arrow is simply showing direction of conventional current. So in this case channel region is P-type material. So direction of conventional current is always P to N. Operation of D MOSFET. So here operation of N-channel D MOSFET is explained. Similar approach is followed for P-channel D MOSFET. This one is the physical structure for N-channel D MOSFET. Channel is already present and here channel region is N-type material. N plus regions are highly doped N-type materials where source terminal and drain terminals are connected and gate terminal is connected with metal layer. Input voltage here BGS voltage. BGS is nothing, it is gate to source voltage. BDS is nothing, it is drain to source voltage. And body biasing is BBS voltage and it is body to source voltage. So all the voltage are applied with respect to source terminal. It means source is at lower potential. The overall operation of the MOSFET depends on the BDS voltage, BGS voltage and BBS voltage. When we are not considering any body effect, then BBS is 0. It means source and body terminals are connected together and connected with the ground terminal. So in this case, when we apply power supply voltage, then there is a path between drain and source terminal. So current conduction is started. Initially, when we are not applying any BGS voltage and we applied only power supply. So due to application of BDS voltage, current conduction is there because conducting path is there between the drain and source terminal. N plus region, N plus region, and electrons are flowing through this path. In second case, when we applied power supply as well as BGS voltage, and suppose initially the polarity of BGS voltage is positive, metal oxide semiconductor. This is creating a capacitive effect. If positive charges are here, then negative charges will be present here in case of capacitive effect. So where we applied positive polarity of BGS voltage here, it means electrons are coming through the application of this BGS voltage. It means channel is present here and electrons are accumulated in more quantity here. So current conduction is large in this case. Similarly, when we apply 0 BGS voltage, current conduction is there because channel region is n-type material. If we are applying BGS in reverse polarity, negative charges are there and positive charges are present here. Positive charges are nothing, these are the holes. So initially n-type material is there, it means negative charges are present here. And due to application of BGS in reverse wise, holes are coming continuously. And these holes are combining with the electrons which are initially present in this channel region. And then there is a depletion region. When we are further increasing the VGS voltage in reverse Y, then number of holes are there in large quantity. It means channel region is converted into p-type material. There is no conducting path between the drain and source terminal. N plus region, P region, N plus region. It means current conduction is zero. So that is the basic theory of D MOSFET. So by applying BGS voltage in reverse wise, current conduction is zero. If we are not applying BGS voltage, only we are applying BDS voltage, then current conduction is there. If BGS is in positive or zero voltage, then current conduction is continuous. It means it is normally on device. So this device is turned off by applying BGS in reverse wise. Drain characteristic for N-channel D MOSFET. The drain characteristic for N-channel D MOSFET is same as we have discussed for N-channel JFET, because JFET and D MOSFET both are normally on devices. So drain characteristic is nothing, it is output characteristic between ID and BDS for constant BGS voltage. So drain characteristic same as we have discussed for N-channel JFET. For different VGS voltage, here VGS we are taking in positive also. So when VGS is increasing in positive wise, it means drain current is also increasing because number of charge carriers are increasing in channel region. And in case of N channel, charge carriers are electrons. It means electrons are increasing in channel region when we apply positive wise gate voltage. When we apply reverse wise gate voltage, then drain current is decreasing. And at certain point, drain current is equal to 0. This one is the cutoff region. When current ID equal to 0 or drain current is 0, it means cutoff state or there is no current conduction. This one is linear region or ohmic region. When current ID is increasing proportional to BDS voltage. And this region is the saturation region. And the MOSFET is used as an amplifier in saturation region. by selecting the appropriate Q point. Transfer characteristic for N-channel DMOSFET. The transfer characteristic for N-channel DMOSFET can be obtained by the drain characteristic of N-channel DMOSFET, and it is the input characteristic between ID and BGS for constant BDS. So this one is the drain characteristic or output characteristic, and from this drain characteristic we can plot transfer characteristic for the DMOSFET. Vertical axis is showing ID current and horizontal axis is showing BGS voltage, and here we are taking different values of BGS voltage -3 to 2. So here we are simply mentioning the labels for VGS voltage -3, -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. When VGS is 2, then drain current is maximum here. So point is taken at the maximum value. When VGS is 1, maximum drain current is here. So point is taken here. When VGS is 0, then maximum drain current is this one here. When VGS is -1, current is here. Similarly for -2 and -3. And by connecting or joining these points, we can obtain the input characteristics for DMOSFET. This one is for N-channel DMOSFET. Similar theory can be applied for P-channel DMOSFET. Enhancement type MOSFET or eMOSFET. Enhancement type MOSFETs are normally off devices. It means there is no current conduction when we apply power supply without application of the input voltage or BGS voltage. The physical structure for N-channel eMOSFET is given here and P-channel eMOSFET is given here. Construction is same as we have discussed for DMOSFET, only difference in the channel region. In case of depletion MOSFET, channel region is implanted during the fabrication of the MOSFET. But in case of enhancement type MOSFET, there is no channel available at the initial. So two diffused regions, these are N plus regions or highly doped N-type materials, where drain terminal and source terminals are connected. Metal layer connected with the gate terminal, SiO2 layer or oxide layer, then semiconductor material, metal oxide semiconductor. So this one is the MOSFET, and the operation of this MOSFET depends on the electric field. That's why it is called field effect transistor. The logical symbol for N-channel eMOSFET is given here. Here we are showing the broken line, and this broken line is simply showing normally off device. Drain terminal, gate terminal, source terminal, and fourth terminal is body terminal. The arrow is a direction of conventional current. So here direction of conventional current is P2 N side. That's why we are showing here this direction. Similarly for P-channel eMOSFET, construction is given here. Difference in the diffused regions. Here diffused regions are P plus regions and substrate is N-type substrate. The logical symbol for P-channel eMOSFET is given here. Only difference in the direction of this arrow. And broken line is showing enhancement type MOSFET. Enhancement type MOSFET is widely used as compared to depletion type MOSFET. And generally we represent or logical symbols for enhancement type MOSFETs are simply showing by 3-terminal device like this. This one is for N-channel eMOSFET, and the logical symbol using 3-terminal for enhancement type MOSFET is given here. One bubble is shown here. It is simply showing P-channel MOSFET. The operation of eMOSFET. The operation of eMOSFET is same as we have discussed for DMOSFET with minor difference. The structure is given here for N-channel eMOSFET. So we are discussing the operation of N channel NMOS. P channels called PMOS. So here for NMOS device, N plus regions are connected with drain and source terminals. And power supply is nothing, it is BDS voltage. So power supply is applied with respect to source terminal. So source terminal is nothing, it is reference point or ground terminal. And here we are assuming BBS is 0, there is no body wise effect. So body and source both are connected together and connected with ground. So when we are applied power supply and we are not applying BGS voltage, then there is no current conduction because channel is not present. So current conduction is possible only when we applied both VDS and BGS in a specific manner. So when we applied power supply voltage in such a way that drain terminal is positive and source terminal is negative, it means depletion regions are there, and the width of depletion region is here large as compared to this side because voltage is large here at the drain terminal as compared to source terminal. So when we apply VGS voltage in positive polarity, it means positive charges are there and negative charges are coming here due to capacitive effect of this MOSFET configuration. Negative charges are nothing, these are the electrons. It means channel formation is there. And N plus region, N plus region. It means there is a current conduction. So current conduction is there in NMOS device when we applied positive BDS and positive VGS voltage. And one condition is there, VGS voltage must be greater than threshold voltage of this device so that there is a current conduction. If VGS voltage is in positive, but it is less than threshold voltage of this device, then there is no current conduction. So ideally current flows after the application of VDS when VGS is greater than threshold voltage. And depending on the polarity of this VGS voltage, there are three regions in the channel region. And these are accumulation region, depletion region and inversion region. So accumulation region is there when we applied negative VGS voltage here. Due to application of negative VGS voltage, negative charges are present here. And due to capacitive effect of this MOSFET configuration, positive charges are there. So initially channel is p-type material and positive charges are nothing, it is hole. It means holes are accumulated here in majority. That's why the regions are N plus region, P plus region, N plus region. And there is no current conduction. This one is the accumulation region when number of charge carriers are accumulated here. Second case, when we are applying BGS in positive like this, what BGS is less than threshold voltage of this MOSFET device. In this case, positive charges are there and negative charges are there. And BGS is less than threshold voltage. It means sufficient negative charges are not coming in the channel region. And the charge carrier which are coming, the application of this BGS voltage are recombining with the holes which are initially present in this channel region. It means there is no charge carrier or this region is depletion region. So that is depletion region. Third case is there when VGS is positive and it is greater than threshold voltage of this device. It means sufficient charge carriers are there. Positive charges are there, negative charges are there. Negative charges are electrons. So sufficient electrons are coming due to application of this VGS voltage. And these electrons are sufficient to invert this channel region. Initially this channel region is p-type material and due to application of positive VGS voltage, channel region is converted into n-type material and there is a current conduction. So current conduction is always present in case of inversion region of this channel, and current conduction is not possible in case of accumulation region and depletion region of this channel region. Drain characteristic for N-channel E MOSFET. So drain characteristic of N-channel E MOSFET is same as we have discussed for other FETs. And drain characteristic is nothing, it is output characteristic. And it is the curve between ID and VDS for constant BGS. So there are three regions. One is ohmic region or linear region. In this region, current ID is increasing in linearly when we are increasing BDS voltage. Second region is the cutoff region when ID current is 0. And third region is the saturation region when current is saturated. And this region is useful for amplification purpose. And here VGS are positive. And we are increasing the value of VGS, then current conduction is large. So VGS1 always less than VGS2. Similarly, VGS2 always less than VGS3. And VGS3 is always less than VGS4. VGS4 is less than VGS5 and VGS5 is less than VGS6. So when we are increasing VGS in positive wise, then drain current is also increasing because more charge carriers are there in the channel region and channel is already inverted at threshold voltage. Transfer characteristic for N-channel E MOSFET. So transfer characteristic is obtained by using output characteristic. And output characteristic of MOSFET is here for different values of VGS voltage. So input characteristic or transfer characteristic is nothing, it is the curve between ID and VGS for constant BDS. So ID on vertical axis and VGS on horizontal axis. Suppose we are taking VGS 7 volt here. Then the maximum current is here and we just mark this point here because it is also the maximum current in case of input characteristic. Similarly, when we are reducing the value of VGS voltage, then maximum current is also reducing, and correspondingly we are mentioning these points and different VGS voltage values, and by joining these points we are obtaining transfer characteristic for N-channel E MOSFET. So we have discussed N-channel or NMOS device. PMOS device works in similar fashion, and the transfer characteristic and drain characteristics are obtained by using the same approach for PMOS device.